Disney have done it again. What did they do this time, you might ask? Piss off everyone south of Trump's imaginary wall, and especially the people who are supposed to pay for the damn thing. With every passing day, Disney makes my Fuck Disney line of shirts skyrocket in sales. Use code TBC20 for 20% off all your Okay, so what are we talking today? Hey there, besties, babes, and non-binary faves. My name is TBC, and welcome to my literal corner of insanity. So, Twitter is on fire, but that's nothing new. But this time, they're on fire in a language I cannot understand. Oh my god, when I tell you that nobody that speaks Spanish, Mexican, I'm gonna really show how ignorant I am in this video, but I can guarantee you one thing: I'm gonna be one of the few people talking about this, because for whatever reason, everyone that is like north of racially ambiguous is not gonna touch this topic with a 10-foot pole. I've only seen 2 videos about this so far, and these are the 2. This one barely did anything, and Rebel Taxi went into very deep detail. I didn't even know they were like half Mexican. It was very informative. You should watch that one for like details. I'm just here to bring the tea, the trash, and the drama. Because I am racially ambiguous enough to a lot of people apparently that I can talk about this without anybody calling me a gringo, which I think is white. But then some people say gringo means foreigner, so I might be a gringo, who knows? This all began when Disney posted a trailer, and then the internet, the Mexican community, Latin American, North, South, West, the people in the down under in the West basically said, no, we reject it, we rebuke everything about this. And I watched the trailer and I just thought, oh, a Casa Grande ripoff. Like, it was literally a Casa Grande ripoff, so bad that that's all I could, even the sound and the beat and everything. And I know it's unfair because I can't say, oh, just because this show is Mexican and this show is Mexican, they must be the same. But it's Disney, you guys. Like, other shows copy Disney. Disney doesn't copy other shows. So unless this show has been in development for such a long time that things just happen coincidentally, but the Casa Grandes has been around for such a long time. It's come to a point now that where I live, only the Casa Grandes air. I don't see new episodes of The Loud House, but even today there was an episode of the Casa Grandes playing while I was eating lunch. But it's so weird to me because we have shows like the Gravely Falls ripoff, the regular show ripoff, the Gumball ripoff, and it's mostly Nickelodeon. So it's so weird to see a full 180 where it's Disney ripping off a Nickelodeon show. But then again, it's not fair to say, oh, just because Disney did this one show, no other cartoon is allowed to make a large Mexican family show, whatever. A girl is having a summer or whatever. Like, the shows about summer. Phineas and Ferb was all about summer. Gravity Falls was all about summer. There's a lot of shows about summer, but I can't think about it now. I don't know why The Life of Time of Juniper Lee is coming out. But also, The Life of Time and Juniper Lee and American Dragon were also kind of like ripoffs of each other. You know, you have this power that's only passed down through generations, but it skipped a generation and now it's on you, but you have the power at a younger age and it's causing problems, but you have to hide the magical world from your family. The show is so similar. I was like, oh my god, okay, then who ripped off who in this situation? The only thing that's just so extraordinary is the amount of hate that this show got, because nobody hates the Casa Grandes. People generally pretend it doesn't exist. Like, they don't like it because they feel like it's a lesser version of the Loud House, which I also feel isn't fair, because the Loud House is a loud family of white people, but the Casa Grandes is a loud family of POC people. But apparently one is trash and the other one isn't. I know how people feel about spin-offs, but with this one, it's just people said a hard no. But I'm gonna put up a lot of screenshots. I can't put all of them up, but I'm gonna try and put as many as possible. I tried to retweet as much as possible to let my fans on Twitter know what was up, because so many people were just so confused by the outrage. Because if you just see that face value, it's like, oh, why are these people mad? It's like, no, it's portraying a thing that they don't like, and also the creators of the show are it turned out that I won't say they're racist. What do you call it when you hate your own culture? You're an Uncle Ruckus. They were Uncle Ruckuses. One of them literally called her state of origin a shithole, The other one admitted that she can't even speak Spanish, but apparently the show is about their lived experiences. I feel like that's such a cop out. Like, oh, this is how I experienced things growing up. Well, okay, that's how I experienced things growing up, but a lot of people experience getting their ass whooped as kids growing up. I don't think portraying that in media is a good idea. So just because it's your lived experience doesn't mean it's a pass for you to just portray things. Like your show where characters speak Spanish, who probably speaks proper Spanish, and even if they can't, you can do it in a way that's kind of unique. I think I saw a tweet of a scene with the Ghost and Molly McGee. Molly can't speak Thai because they're from Thailand. And it was cool. It portrayed a way where people can't speak the language, because I'm also bilingual and I didn't learn my native tongue until I was 7. My parents didn't give a shit if I learned it or not, but my extended family said, fuck that noise, we're gonna bully you till you learn this language. And it wasn't that I couldn't understand, I just couldn't speak it, or wait, I don't even remember the trauma, I don't want to think about it, but I learned it, whatever. It's sort of that you can portray not knowing your language in a way that doesn't just show blatant ignorance. And apparently there's also somebody in the show named after Vagina. The place where the city is at is like where gangs are at. The name of the town is also racially insensitive. So I understand the person probably just made this show in a bubble, and you can kind of tell the privilege the creator of the show lives in to make this. But she's also saying, oh, I'm Latino, I'm also Mexican, you can't take that away from me. But at the same time, you're stripping all the Mexican identity from your show and you're portraying it through a strictly American lens, and there's nothing wrong with that, but don't be a dick about it. Don't be saying like, oh, your language was a colonizer language, so you don't have to say things correctly. Then why did you put the colonizer language in your show, bestie? Like that's a self-owned, that is a self-report if ever I've seen one. Oh my god. Colonizer language, my goodness. I hate the British, but goddamn, what did the Spanish do to you? You woke up and chose violence, woman. I'm of the opinion right now where we just wait to see where the show goes. We wait for it to come out and then form opinions, but it's so bad that Disney took down the theme song and everything. Apparently they even were pronouncing things wrong and stuff like that. It's a mess. It's a mess. I do believe that there's justified rage and anger, but with all things, there are people bandwagoning and there's people joining in on the hate and there's people blowing it out of proportions, and then it's kind of having the Vivzy Pop effect, whereas Vivzy Pop, she's not even kind of, she's in the right in most things. This creator is in the wrong and she's still showing a middle finger to her audience, whereas Vivzy Pop tries to work with some people. This person is just saying no. So we're getting, like, y'all were complaining about Vivzy Pop being a bad creator or whatever. Here is what the actual type of person you accuse Vivzy Pop of being, and the Mexican community just said, nah, fuck that noise, we're gonna bury you. And now it's just a fight between her and these people, and I don't want to say privilege, but it just sounds like somebody who maybe they were problematic in the maybe animation industry and they finally got a show and their true colors are showing, because how can you act like this online? My goodness, your show isn't even out yet and you already have a hate dump. Some people have to wait for 2 seasons for that to occur. Oh my god. There's absolutely nothing wrong with portraying your lived experience, your life, speak your truth, tell your story. But also when it's problematic or hurting other people or pushing an agenda or a stereotype, I guess that's wrong. But again, it's just a show about a girl trying to have her hot girl summer and her cousins are coming to ruin it. So it's not really that deep. But then again, a lot of things could have just been addressed. You could have said, oh, it's a mistake. But then again, some people are like, oh, it's Disney, what happened to the research, what happened to the budget? Like, Disney's quality, their movies, their TV shows, everything is kind of just tanking. So a lot of people are worried that, oh, a big company could allow such a mistake to happen. So I guess that kind of speaks to how much creative liberties and freedoms Disney gives their creators, and the creator is not even willing to accept criticism. You could have just said, oh, that's how I always said it. But again, I recommend you watch Rebel Taxi's video. He really explained it more in depth about how different people speak differently, and I am not educated enough to speak on behalf of people I don't understand. Like literally, when the Mexicans and the people in the South Americas want to argue, they switch languages. Like, they don't even want you to get involved in the conversation. They switch. I love that. I wish like black people or Africans, like when we want to have arguments, we can just switch up. Like, I can switch my language, but I am not typing my native language. I'm sorry, bestie. But I wish that was a thing we can do, so we can just filter out the people we don't want, because when they don't want you in their conversations, you're not gonna join their conversations. You can auto translate or whatever, but you can't type unless you really, really are invested. I literally just said, oh, South America. Like, name a country. Brazil, Argentina, what's that place in Fast and Furious? Colombia, San Andreas? No, wait, no, that's a movie. No, that's a place too. There's a place that's also close to Colombia. I think it also starts with Cuba. Oh my god, I'm killing it. That's where I'm gonna end this video. Thanks everyone so much for clicking to watch. Again, buy merch, watch my last video, like, comment, subscribe. I've turned on super thanks, so you can like send me $1 or whatever in the comment section. Let me buy a Coke to continue to sift. I can't even speak. I just need sugar in my body to just deal with Twitter's bullshit. But yeah, that's gonna be all from me, folks. Thanks everybody so much for clicking to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. And with that being said, this is TVC. Signing out.